boys. So today I am feeling a bit different. So we're gonna be doing some am I the a-hole Reddit, because why not? We'll get on with it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, am I the a-hole for telling my mom not to babysit anymore when my husband changed his mind? My husband is a lawyer and I'm an engineer. We both have intense careers, but he wanted a second child. Okay. I was happy with our daughter, but he really wanted another child. We now have two daughters, aged 3 and 1. And I come back from maternity leave and my mom took over full-time taking care of them. We both work full-time, so she takes them when we work. My mom is a nurse but quit to look after our kids. I insisted we should pay her for the going rate for daycares in the area, which is around $1,500 a child. So we paid $3,000 for her to care for our children, cook for them, etc. She'll also pick them up sometimes, as we may need to be in our office early. My husband complained a lot about how expensive it was to pay her. She makes 140 grand and I make 110 grand, so we can afford to pay her, but she thinks we are overpaying her and complained about it to her face. My mom is not very controversial. Not controversial, sorry. Confrontational. Oh my god. My mom is not very confrontational, but she got very upset. I argued with him on this for months until I decided it was better for her to go back to work for us to use daycare. Finding a daycare was hard, and now we pay $1,800 a child for daycare, and daycares obviously will not pick up your children, nor will they cook for them. We have less time now at a higher cost for our children to be sick a lot during the winter season. So far this year we'd be sick as an entire household 3 times. I was on a business trip and my husband was late picking up our children, which resulted in a $75 late charge, which my mom could not have charged extra for. My husband is now demanding that my mom leave her job to go back to babysitting our children, but I won't let her because he did no research into the real cost of childcare and kept complaining about how expensive it is, even when I showed him. My mom, even part-time, makes $4,300 a month as a nurse. And I told my husband if we want her doing childcare, we need to pay her that amount. Remember, we would pay $3,600 for daycare. He wants her to go back to the $3,000 charge and is angry and claims my mom is asking too much for such a simple job, and that a grandma's taking care of her children is a privilege. Of her grandchildren is a privilege. What? I told her not to quit, and him that she isn't babysitting, which reduces his number of free hours and makes our lifestyle harder. So he is angry at me for demanding we pay her what I feel she is owed. My mom probably would do it for free, but if we wanted, I definitely don't think it's fair. She needs to save for retirement and has bills as well. Am I the asshole here? From the top of my dome, you're definitely not the asshole here. Yeah, that's what I could think from a dome of my head. She's definitely not the asshole. The husband over here is pretty, a bit aggressive. Oh god. Alright, we got our second one over here. Let's get with it. Am I the asshole for telling off my mother-in-law? Okay, mother-in-law beef here. My partner Kyle, 27, and I, 26, spent a few hours at his mother's around 50 in January. Mary is what people call a character. She has no understanding of boundaries or shares that can be very rude. Oh god. The type that picks a vegan restaurant that complains to the waitress that they don't have bacon and eggs. Okay, not the a-hole already, but let's read the rest of it. Kyle wants to have a good relationship with her, but it's hard. I'm polite with Mary, but spending time with her is difficult. I actually suggested the trip because she regularly complains that Kyle spends more time with his father than her, and I know it makes him feel bad. One evening towards the end of the trip, we're all sitting down together watching TV, and the conversation drifted to Kyle's father, John. John is a genuinely good guy, and both Kyle and I have a good relationship with him. Mary and him were never together as a couple. What? Mary started saying mean things about Kyle's father, then all of a sudden went off about him, telling us how he's a terrible person. Now he's got a cushy lifestyle because of all the money from the settlement. Kyle's father is a victim of malpractice. He went in for a routine operation, ended up heavily handicapped. Oh God. He almost died and had to stop working. He sued and got money from the hospital. I got angry and told her to stop this type of talk, and that considering he almost died and was handicapped for life, it was hardly cushy. What does cushy mean? Hello?
Cushy.
Cushy.
Cushy. Cushy.
Huh. She told me she could stay here. Okay. I got angry and told her to stop this type of talk, and that considering he almost died and was handicapped for life, it was hardly cushy. She told me she could say whatever she liked and that he'd make her life hard back in the day so she could be mean now. I answered I didn't have to stay and listen to this type of shit and left her bed. Afterwards, Kyle told me he hadn't said anything because he was used to it, but he was happy I told her to stop. The next day, she didn't talk about the argument. 3 weeks after we left, Kyle called her to get some news. She told him that we'd hurt her when we were at her place and that she found my attitude disrespectful, mean. I feel kind of insane right now, so am I the asshole? Easily not the asshole. Even from the beginning, I would just read, even if, like, from the first paragraph, I already knew you were not the you were not the asshole. The mother is a what do we even call her? I can't figure out words like 10 in the morning. Alright,